So you're not counting on for this Sunday?
I don't know yet.
What intrigued the front office and the scouts have seen D. Delaney about his skill set?
I mean, you're going there already?
Only because he was a corner who was added, a new player on the roster.
Yeah, I mean, we're always looking for corners, especially with the way things have been going lately. We're losing guys left and right, and anytime our guys have anybody that they really see as somebody that we get our hands on, see for ourselves, and see what they can bring to the table, that's, we had the opportunity to do that, and they thought it was a good guy for us to bring in.
And if the two young guys already here need to play more Sunday, McTyer and Cornell Armstrong, what has each shown you this year?
I mean, we've had some good stuff happen usually in practice, and they've gone through some experiences where they've learned a lot quickly. I mean, you get thrown in the fire, and there's a lot of good receivers out there and good quarterbacks, and they learn quick what they can do and what they can't.
You talked Monday about how important takeaways have been to this team. What would be the challenges of going forward without Xavier, particularly facing the Patriots?
Well, what's he have, 7 interceptions right now? I mean, you got a guy that's, if you throw the ball at him and you're inaccurate, he's not just going to knock it down, he's going to pick it off. And it's extreme value. I mean, one of our best players, if not our best player on that side of the ball. It's hard to say, but that's what this game is, and that's what the league is, and we got to make some adjustments if we have, on defense, and be smart with that. And our guys have to step up, and if he can't go, you're not going to replace him. But we got to shuffle some things around and put ourselves in good position.
When did it become evident that there was an issue?
About him when he got injured, he didn't really say anything. And then, after the game, find out later that night. And then just kind of see how he feels the next day. Sometimes, most of the time, we wait till the next day to see how the guys feel.
You won't need surgery, though, will you?
We got to see what's going on. I think he'll be back at some point this season. If it's this week, next week, the week after that, I don't know.
Torrey, do you expect the experiences that he's gone through to sort of help him and speed up his development?
Yes. I think it's good that he's played. He played in this game last year. So, all those guys, anytime we get guys on the field, no matter what part of the season it is, it was last year, this year, if it's a live game, you're going to learn from that real fast.
With Cornell, is his knee injury going to keep him limited?
I think we're going to be all right there.
I want to ask you about Laramie. Obviously, he's having a good season based on what the numbers are showing and the fact that you guys are allowing him to have one-on-one assignments against some of the best pass rushers. But when did you see the growth or the switch come on for him?
I think in the spring. It was really noticeable. And it helped that every day he was going against Robert. And when you don't have pads on, you guys watching training camp, it's the speed is Robert has incredible get off and speed, and can cause some issues if you don't get on him quick enough and figure out a way to get him past the quarterback. And when you don't have any pads on, it's just times that by 10, and right away you could see Laramie, he was at a different level. He was doing a great job in the spring, and then when we hit training camp, it just kept getting better. And then now when we hit regular season, and it's slower for him. It really does look like that he's setting for a quick game almost all the time. He's just so good at getting his hands on guys, his movement. If a guy redirects, he's easily to just put his foot in the ground and go the other way. He's slowed himself down, or the game slowed down for him, for some reason.
When you have a player or an offensive lineman that can do what he's done, which is basically handle somebody's best pass rusher one-on-one, what does it do for you as a play caller?
It lets me help all the other guys. When you can just say, he's got him, we can double, we can help the left guard, we got the center and the guard doubling a guy, and then we can use the tight end and the tackle to double the other guy. So, I mean, you can get double teams across the board if you can leave him on an island.
Is it possible to say if Howard's knee problem now is in any way related to any previous knee issue?
No, I mean, it was just he got hit funky on that.
And beyond Bryce Butler obviously being a big receiver, what other skills do you like about him that he's added?
I like his route running, his ability to, to go up and get balls, when it's outside his range. I mean, we've seen more than probably what you guys have gotten seen in practice. We haven't been able to get him too much going into the game. We've called a couple things, it just didn't happen to go his way. But, he's done a really good job of learning this fast and, developing a little bit of chemistry with Ryan and being able to, be a guy that he's, easily will throw it up to him and let him go get it.
Adam, when you look at this Patriot defense, how much different is it than the defense you saw last year and the year before?
It's always going to be different. There's always going to be some moving pieces. They're going to do a good job of mixing things up and making it hard. Even from us playing them when we did until now, I mean, it makes it difficult to try to game plan because there's so much stuff that they've done. And you just got to be careful about overdoing it because you'll start preparing him for a whole bunch of stuff that he might not do against you. I mean, you gotta be smart how you game plan this.
Adam, it seems like no matter what the Dolphins' record is, whether things are going well or not so well, when the Patriots come down here, you give them a lot of trouble. Why do you think that is?
I mean, who knows? I mean, we got to play the game. I mean, last year doesn't mean anything. Year before doesn't mean anything. I mean, every year is a different game. I mean, you got to treat it as it's just the next week of the season. I mean, still Tom Brady and still a Coach Belichick coach team, and we'll be ready to go.
How much was Danny able to do today?
What's that?
How much was Danny able to do today? Amendola?
I mean, he ran some routes and did punt return, and we just try to keep him from running around too much, but he's not very compliant.
How happy are you with the way you've been able to establish home field advantage?
Well, I mean, that was something that we've been talking about, and it really came to light probably after last season, and we've been talking about it all year of how we need to do a great job of winning our home games. We had a slip up against Detroit. We haven't fared too well on the road, and we need to improve that and figure that one out. But being able to play at home, and the weather's always is good for us because we're down here all the time, and I think sometimes it hits some of these teams pretty hard, and especially now, it's like last Sunday was. I mean, you looked at those guys at the end of the game. I mean, everybody was exhausted. So, we just need to keep that going. And anytime we play a home game, we need to figure out a way to win a game.
Do you plan for that heat or humidity being a factor from the opposing team?
I mean, I want to say yes, but I mean, you just never know how the flow of the game is going to go. If it's lopsided one side or the other, it can hurt us. If our defense is out there 80 plays, they're going to get tired. I mean, that's just what's going to happen.
How successful do you think you've been this season in your war on penalties?
I think there's been getting some good games, and there's been some games that have been just brutal to witness. I mean, we're kind of like right in the middle of the pack as far as accepted penalties because I'm going to lean on that since the actual penalties haven't been great. We've had some probably too many called, and the biggest thing for me is if we have penalties that are within the action of the game, it is what it is. The pre-snap, post-snap stuff, that's where, to me, it's like those, we have to keep those clean, and, that gives us our best shot.
And how much is it affecting what you're trying to do on offense?
Well, it hurts you when you're second and 20 and, all those long distances because you're putting yourself in a really bad spot. It's hard to get back from those.
Would you say the Patriots defense is trying to be more aggressive of late, or are they playing about the same as they were earlier in the season?
I think it depends who they play. I think they've played some, a couple of the quarterbacks they've played the last few games, guys like Aaron Rodgers. I mean, they brought some pressure and try to get them to get the ball out and try to do a good job of staying tight coverage and go up and tackle. So, I mean, I think it's just who they play and kind of what they have up for that week, and you kind of every game's so different. I mean, they do a great job of just really game planning for that game and doing what they have to do to win it.
Do they try to pressure better quarterbacks more? Is that what you're?
Sometimes they do. I mean, sometimes they go all out on the rookies. Sometimes they don't and let them throw them picks or see if they can get them to hold on the ball a little longer to where he makes a bad decision. And it's varied on the quarterbacks that are the elite guys. Sometimes you see them they bring everybody. And then sometimes they don't. I mean, it changes. Every quarterback, they've treated different.
Adam, O'Leary has gone from being a free agent to practice squad, and now he has an extension. What has he done to earn that extension in your eyes?
I think he comes to work every day and he grinds and you guys know he doesn't say anything. You know, he just tries to do right. You know, whatever he's got, he sells out every Sunday and really every day in practice. And you know, we like guys like that just give everything they have.
The fact that he doesn't say anything is why I had to ask you.
Yeah, he probably won't talk to hardly anybody.
That's good. Thanks.